Hey, salut tout le monde, c'est Damoclès, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo sur Genshin Impact. On se retrouve la dernière fois du coup après avoir fini la quête de Sangonomiya Kokomi qui a abouti à des négociations qui ont failli partir en steak mais qui se sont plutôt bien terminées. Et là on était en train d'enquêter sur le fameux Hara Taki Ito, alias le personnage préféré de Sino. Absolument pas, il le déteste parce qu'il a perdu Shin avec. Et le moins qu'on puisse dire, c'est que ça a l'air d'être un sacré personnage. Donc écoutez, on va continuer de voir, d'enquêter à son sujet. On verra bien qui est ce Gugus là. En tout cas, évidemment, on enregistre cet épisode sur Twitch. Donc si vous voulez nous rejoindre, n'hésitez pas à cliquer dans les liens de vidéo, dans les liens de description de vidéo. Tout comme pour rejoindre le serveur Discord, évidemment. Vous y serez les bienvenus. Alors, voyons voir, qu'est-ce qu'il a à nous dire lui.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We've been trying to apprehend him recently. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the Adventurers Guild.
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously bad before, so it seems pretty strange. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's accused of?
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the case. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity, but for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him.
Quand êtes-vous sûr que ce n'est pas un autre Oni qui a fait ça?
At first, he was just one of our suspects, but when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officers. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole thing right from the start.
Est-ce qu'il a un mobile?
Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree.
Il pourrait vouloir se venger de la commission administrative.
At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sara to finally secure his vision. The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge on us.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
Le mobile a l'air solide.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please bring him straight here. We'll handle him from there.
Thanks for all the info.
Alors reste encore à savoir où le trouver quoi.
Still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street.
Ouais, du coup on va aller voir la fameuse Sango qu'on a aidée juste avant, à l'épisode précédent. Comme quoi au moins. D'ailleurs, Fax, à propos du fruit de dragon, le fruit de dragon qu'on a à Enkanomiya, il y a une personne là qui nous propose de la racheter à 80 000 Mora et 5 poissons. Est-ce que c'est intéressant ou pas? En fait, il nous propose ça, regarde. À propos de l'arbre de dragon, il nous propose 80 000 Mora et 5 assortiments de sashimi. Est-ce que c'est intéressant ou pas? Si le chat vous pouvez me dire si ce serait intéressant ou s'il y a moyen de l'avoir à un meilleur prix ailleurs, je serais pas contre. Éventuellement. Donc pour l'instant on va le garder dans notre possession, on verra bien. On verra bien. Parce que j'ai pas envie de le gaspiller, si ça se trouve c'est utile ou si on peut l'avoir pour beaucoup plus cher ailleurs quoi. Genre je sais pas si à Fontaine ils nous le rachètent 1 million. Bon ils ne le rachèteront jamais 1 million mais vous voyez ce que je veux dire quoi. Du coup on va aller voir la spécialiste.
Hello, we'd like to ask some questions about Arataki Ito.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But first, do you have enough Moro to cover the fee?
Les connasses ont aidé tout à l'heure.
I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through, I'm sure you understand the way these sorts of things work.
How much more are we talking about here?
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora up front, plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive! How did you even come up with the price that high?
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the Tenryou Commission. And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, from the way I see it, you guys are getting a pretty nice deal. Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must first recount a well-known Inazuman fairy tale.
Oh, cinématique.
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson oni and a blue oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an oni. The crimson oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue oni said to the crimson oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the crimson oni chased the blue oni away. The crimson oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson oni went to tell the blue oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little blue oni? Whatever happened to him?
I suppose the blue oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the crimson oni remain now.
But the blue oni was just an innocent little kid.
Cette histoire a un rapport avec notre affaire?
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually broadly based on historical events and that Arataki Ito is, in fact, a descendant of the Crimson Oni.
Ouais, donc c'est pas lui le nid cramoisi, je me disais bien, il a un visage assez humain quand même.
What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. But there are still some volatile personality traits in the Oni bloodline. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Ito has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out the possibility of him one day allowing this side of him to take over?
But how could he do that? After the blue oni's sacrifice? That would be such a betrayal.
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they have long since died out, in which case, it would be quite a stretch to say it still counts as a betrayal at this point. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori Island by now. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Ito chose to flee in that direction.
Je comprends, merci pour les renseignements.
Don't mention it. I'm just doing my duty.
Wait, Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Ito has given into his bad side, won't that mean he's extra mean and violent now?
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength. Whether or not you'll be able to handle him,
À ce point-là?
that I do not know.
Okay, but what's up with people throwing beans at Oni? What use is that?
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that Arataki Ito is allergic to beans. In fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Ito. I heard that just touching a bean is enough to incapacitate him. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
C'est notre meilleure option.
Right! Knowing our target's weakness will make things a whole lot easier.
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them to make some porridge, but I think you will find a better use for them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable rate for the beans.
Sneaky! But also, thanks! Let's head to Yashiori Island and start looking for Ito!
Allez, let's go. Ah, par contre, du coup, forcément, les demandes... entrée interdite, pour l'instant. Et par contre, j'ai juste retourné voir Catherine parce qu'on a quand même des récompenses de missions quotidiennes. Et ça, j'aimerais bien ne pas m'asseoir dessus, en fait. D'ailleurs, au niveau des vœux, on est à... Ouais, on a 34 là. Bon, là, on va pas pouvoir s'en faire avant un petit moment, je pense. Bon, 91 primogènes, c'est quand même pas dégueulasse. Hein. Tiens, là, on a plus de... Enfin, on a plus que de quoi avoir la piscine, quoi. Si on a de la chance, Naïda, on l'a dans la poche. Si on n'a pas de chance, je vais pouvoir pleurer et cracher mon sel. On va voir. Alors... Du coup, ce serait par ici. À côté du temple en plus. Et est-ce qu'au niveau de ça, on a eu des récompenses? Oui. Nice. La liste originale, ça on va le faire après. Je pense qu'aujourd'hui, on va se concentrer sur les défis de donjon. Hein. Les boss ennemis, on pourra faire ça plus tard. Ouais. Je suis en train de dire les boss ennemis, de toute façon, on aura... Ah non, on va devoir faire aussi le donjon de la conquête, en fait. Ouais, on va d'abord se concentrer sur le donjon de la conquête, et ensuite on fera les boss. Enfin, les temples.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy.
Sûr. Texte oublié. Je serais mal à la tête surtout la nuit, j'ai l'impression qu'elle va exploser. Certains membres de l'équipe ont commencé à tousser du sang et à faire des cauchemars toutes les nuits. J'ai développé une éruption cutanée, ma poitrine me démange et j'ai comme une sensation humide à l'intérieur. Nous devons signaler au chef de clan que le Tatagami n'était pas une simple rumeur. Le crâne de la divinité serpent me fixe férocement. Son esprit misérable renferme encore de la haine envers les descendants des vainqueurs. Je dois passer cette plus vite ou les conséquences seront difficiles à imaginer. Nous allons tourner vers le nord et aller au village Iji. Depuis la falaise du village Iji, nous pourrons peut-être observer des activités des pirates en mer vers le nord-ouest. Je vais rappeler l'instruction du chef de clan. Nous n'avons pas de temps à perdre. Si nous voyons des réfugiés ou des malades, nous ne devons avoir aucune pitié. Il faut les attirer vers la jetée et faire couler leur bateau à mi-chemin. Si quelqu'un pose ensuite des questions, nous devons dire que c'est le fait des rebelles. Sinon, nous ne devons pas laisser le Tatagami perturber le règne de la Shogun, quoi qu'il arrive. Ouais, ça n'a rien à voir avec Ito par contre.
Let's keep moving forward.
Ah, c'est pas ici en fait. Ouais, ils sont allés vers la jetée en fait.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead.
Ah bah tiens.
Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. Let's try the beans Detective Sango gave us. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Ah, séquence d'infiltration. Ah, rapproche-toi, allez. Merde. Merde, fais chier. Oh la gueule.
Are you okay? What should we do? Paimon didn't think he'd react this badly.
Oh la musique.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. I've got it under control. It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it.
Oh la gueule.
Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment.
Pour se retrouver un moment, Arataki Ito est capable de parler.
Need a moment. Woo, that's better. That sure took a lot out of me, though. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that.
J'ai encore d'autres échos si tu ne te calmes pas.
Hey, whoa, take it easy. Just stop with the beans, okay? So you're here to bring me in. Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away if I were you. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any regular folks like you.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
C'est toi qui as commis ces vols et ces enlèvements.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. Nobody else.
Et il a su en plus, hein.
As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves.
Tu as le mérite d'être honnête.
Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister! We've accepted a commission to bring you back!
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like. So, just give Uncle Ito a little more time, okay?
Huh? Who are they? Are they your friends?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called... prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige Uncle Ito has.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good. You look like you're about to fall over.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These horns are rock solid.
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading back now. Don't be too long.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Je pense pas que tu te soucies autant des autres.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about you in the first place.
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep out of me. Why? 'Cause I'm an Oni of my word. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way you won't worry. Cool?
What should we do? There is the kid to consider.
D'accord, j'accepte.
Oh, it's on! I like your style. Alright, but first things first. I need to find an Oni Kabuto to battle with. I've been looking here for ages and haven't found myself a winner yet, so it's time to try somewhere else. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle.
Ok, très bien. On va dévoiler l'endroit pour capturer des scarabutos. Ok, on va aller voir ça. De toute façon, avec Raiden, on va l'ouvrir en 2 Ito, hein, de toute façon. En vrai, c'est un sacré lascar, mais en vrai, le perso, j'aime bien, en vrai. Il est marrant. Bon, il est pas sérieux, c'est pas un cocher à poulpe, mais il a le mérite d'être original, on va dire.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. Most of the time, they're just sitting there doing nothing. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, they won't let anything get in their way. The grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back.
J'ai vu des gens y jouer quand j'étais petit.
Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than that. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by looking at its shape, size, and the patterns on its body. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's game over. Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the experts go to. I'll show you all you need to know.
But we're not the ones that will be playing. We're just here to keep an eye on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a beetle expert in no time. And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. You have to find a real lean, mean beetle warrior.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the Oni.
Okay, let me see. Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom Mora we're gonna find some major league Oni Kabuto hiding out there.
C'est toi, ils sont où les autres membres de son gang par contre il y a la Shinobu là, l'espèce de ninja là avec les cheveux verts là. Super.
Just our... Oh, darn it, they're all gone.
C'est de la falaise pour trouver des
Let's hop
scarabutos.
down from here and take a... Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh.
Maintenant c'est des fruits.
Oh no, not lavender melons.
Aïe aïe aïe. C'est quoi cette quête? C'est quoi ce personnage?
Even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta
Ah,
roll
là,
with
y en
the
a un.
punches. Let's try somewhere else. This is the one. This is the one. See? As long as you're in my company, you're guaranteed to find yourself an Oni Kabuto.
Il est un peu petit.
Yeah, it's on the smaller side.
Oh, il est quand même
But,
gros la vache.
size isn't everything in a beetle fight.
Ce n'est pourtant pas ce que tu m'as dit à l'instant.
Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually got a whole bunch of sick moves just ready to whip out when the right moment comes.
C'est pas là très énergique non plus.
Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover? Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong opponent.
J'espère qu'on attrape un spécimen plus grand.
Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni Kabuto was spawned to be a champion.
Tiens, ouais, c'est Paimon.
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hopped down, Paimon flew off
Oh la
somewhere
vache.
else nearby and found this one! What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and looks like a real fighter! It matches everything you said about a good fighter beetle!
Ah, il est immense lui.
Bigger.
Oh, you got some experience catching beetles too, huh?
Nope. This is the first one Paimon's ever caught.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting expert in no time. I mean, not as good as me, but still.
Oh, so overall not that good then.
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. This time, I'm gonna win for sure.
Cette fois, tu n'avais jamais gagné avant.
Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are talented, passionate, but it's no guarantee that things will go their way. So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that really sums it up nicely, actually. It's, coincidence.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not then. Might as well just...
Whoa. let's not do anything rash here, you know?
Je crois que les petits scarabées avaient des techniques de fou.
I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a good beetle behind. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Mais c'est quoi cette quête? Ah. La justice anime. En fait, je pensais qu'on allait faire un truc de gang et tout. Et non, on est juste en train de faire des concours de scarabées, mon dieu. Aïe. Bon, allez. Pour un combat de scarabée avec Deizouk. Allez. Dezougué plutôt.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner back this time.
Don't worry, I'm not scared of your beetle. Go, Stripey Ghost!
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja!
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy!
Et ça a défoncé le sien.
That's right! Finish it!
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks like I win again!
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
J'ai eu mieux comme palmarès.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Ito can't beat him.
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! Alright, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
Alright, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Il n'a pas fallu longtemps pour adopter ce surnom.
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
Alright, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
C'est quoi cette attaque?
No, I can't believe it. I lost.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon knew Crimson Cyclone would be the best!
Boy, did that one put up a fight! Woo! It wiped the floor with Stripey Ghost! I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
C'est Pokémon en fait le truc.
See? Paimon's got real talent! Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit too.
Pourquoi ne pas le laisser à Dezouké?
Oh, right. Yeah, now that the beetle fighting's over and all.
Hmm?
This is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me? You're really giving it to me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But Will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back on my word. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go play with Granny for a while, would ya? There's a good boy.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell ya? They're my friends. In fact, they're in the gang. We're practically family.
That's not true! I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong. Don't take him away! And not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life! He's not a bad guy.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé alors?
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? How should I explain? I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks, Granny. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real problem here. And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's just not worth it if someone gets hurt.
So why in the world would you say that you were the culprit?
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy tale, we've heard that one already.
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole lot easier.
So, is the story from the fairy tale really true?
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, and the Crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the cold, hard truth. The Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship with the humans. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted on keeping to their own.
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all one family?
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to.
Pourquoi les annulations ont choisi de s'exiler?
Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but the Blue Oni kept clashing with them. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni decided to resolve it once and for all. Over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave two conditions.
Huh? What were they?
First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to mistreat humans, but were also not to stand for mistreatment against themselves. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans.
D'accord.
In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our Oni pride.
Je vois.
After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared altogether. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
Le plot twist, c'est un Oni azurin qui a foutu le bordel.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. I can't bring myself to accept it.
Parce que les Oni azurins attachent de l'importance à leur fierté.
Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspirations my ancestors had for the future of all Oni. Our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other people, period. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But I don't have any evidence.
Là, tu as essayé de lui faire gagner du temps.
That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows your story, right?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again.
Pourquoi ne pas l'avoir dit dès le début?
I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. I didn't want to get anyone else caught up in this mess. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then I'm gonna fight you with all I've got. But if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I find the Blue Oni, I'll turn the both of us in.
Je vais t'aider.
Yep, Paimon too.
Les coupables doivent être traduits devant la justice. On ne peut pas laisser un innocent être accusé à tort.
Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start, these two fine folks, they're just out here in the pursuit of truth and justice, man. Yeah, we are gonna get along just great. Well, I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so be ready for anything. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
Don't worry about us. We're seasoned adventurers.
All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Sangonomiya's camp. I figure we can start by talking to him.
Elle est assez longue sa quête, hein, quand même, à... Elle est assez longue sa quête, quand même, à Ito. Plus long que ce qu'avait pensé pendant... Ah bah non, j'ai rien dit. En fait, on est déjà à la fin de la quête. Bah en fait, elle était super courte, en fait. J'ai rien dit. Elle aura duré 45 minutes, la quête. Ah ouais, j'ai... Ouais, bah, Panda, pour le coup, il avait raison. J'ai été mauvaise langue. Ah oui, d'accord. Par contre, on n'a pas vu son... Ah, je suis déçu, on n'a pas vu la petite ninja, là. Elle, j'aimerais bien la voir aussi, la petite ninja. Pourquoi Raiden, elle était à 4 pattes? D'accord. Oui, bon, bah écoutez, je pense qu'on va pouvoir refaire un épisode, donc on va aller à Inazuma cette fois-ci. Enfin, à Lyon. Parfait.
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh no, not another one!
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember? I need your help.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened. I was just out transporting some goods when a group of Ronin suddenly attacked me. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods that way. But this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they took my things and they started coming for me.
Huh? That's totally uncalled for.
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was going to be the one to finish me off.
Là, la faute. J'ai cru que c'est lui allait m'achever. Qui allait m'achever? Yoverse, faites un effort.
But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go.
Il y avait des conflits internes au sein de leur groupe.
Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me.
Masterclass, la vidéo de ma partie. Ah ouais? Le clip? Ouais, je l'ai republié avec ma tête là, elle était magique.
But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't
Et
lay
salut
a
Roxas
finger
sur
on
le
me.
stream.
Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe. I never want to set foot outside of here again!
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of
La
standards.
vidéo sur le Far West. Celle que j'ai postée moi ou celle que toi t'as postée?
Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? What else could they have wanted with me?
Ah, merci, c'est gentil,
I
Roxas.
can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's life.
Bah, je reste
Or
ça après, Roxas.
something like
C'est
that.
gentil.
Ah, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
Attends, par contre, ils ont dit quoi? Nanana, ils m'ont dit de laisser partir. Sans disputer. Je reviendrai sûrement les chercher pour me ranger d'eux. Je n'y ai incité pour que personne ne pose la main sur moi. Les choses ont commencé à s'échauffer. Nanana. Donc il vole, il fait mal aux gens. Pour les Moras, sûrement. Qu'est-ce qu'il faudra vouloir d'autre? Je veux dire, je peux pas en être sûr. J'ai rien demandé, mais ce que j'ai entendu dire, c'est que les marchandises ont plus de valeur que la vie du marchand.
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active in the Tatarasuna area. You aren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it. There are too many of them and they're all heavily armed.
Ah, don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole laundry list of scores to settle with them. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later.
Ah, donc ça a fini en baston cette quête. Et je dis absolument pas ça car j'avais la gagne dès le début. Non, c'est sûr. Au final, c'était toi qui avais gagné en plus cette quête là. En fait, il est juste venu se foutre de ma gueule sur la vidéo en fait. Aïe aïe aïe. Ah, c'est bien, au moins la quête d'Ito on l'aura terminée. Comme ça au moins. Ouais, du coup, celle d'Ayato et celle de Kazuha, on verra ça plus tard. Hein. On va quitter un peu Inazuma, on va retourner un peu à Liyue. Je pense que par contre, on fera toutes les quêtes de personnages avant de partir pour Sumeru. Comme ça, on sera clean.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight for a while. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be showing up any time now.
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so we better be prepared.
Ah, attendez un moment, les personnes suspectes émergent enfin.
Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time. Let's get him.
Baston! Ah, on contre Lito du coup. Ok, donc lui, ouais, elle est classe son arme. Et il invoque un cochon. Ok, donc lui il se bat avec son arme, ok. Bon, vas-y, on va l'essayer.
Can't catch me.
On lui, c'est un perso géant en plus.
Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
La game, c'est la console Mario, elle est masterclass. Ouais. La meilleure game qu'on a faite, fait que 2 vues chez moi. Aïe aïe aïe. Bah, elle a pas fait de vue, hein, celle de mon. Celle du train. Elle était à 2 vues tout à l'heure. Après, elle a peut-être monté depuis tout à l'heure, hein, je sais pas. Peut-être que les gens commencent à regarder vu que c'était l'heure du repas et tout. Mais là, les vidéos sorties récemment, c'est pas ouf. Hein.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson Oni.
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you? Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that our kind swore all those years ago? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride and oaths with me? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you contribute to human society? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You wouldn't know how if you tried. You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean, you're really hanging me out to dry here, man.
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around in human society? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our so-called Oni pride, we had nothing.
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I want to live. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
Je ne résous pas la cause du problème.
Yeah, and besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part of human society. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made.
You make a good point. But Arataki Ito's the one who needs to get that into his thick skull. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish the reputation of the Crimson Oni. Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between humans and the Crimson Oni in the process. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryou Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson Oni are the ones who must live on. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are! Seize them!
Oh no! It's the Tenryou Commission!
Forget it. This was a waste of time anyway. Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a look in the mirror sometime.
Hey! Hey! He got away! Uh-oh, we need to get out of here too!
C'est trop tard.
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape together when the time's right. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryou Commission, or they'll be after you too.
On doit contrôler Kirito. Par contre, c'est quoi qu'il invoque? Il invoque un cochon, quoi, c'est un cul. Non, une victoire incontestable, vivement, vraiment que des retournements de situation toujours. Ah ouais, c'est sûr, ouais, c'est... Vraiment, on se demandait, on était vraiment pas sûr que c'était toi qui allais gagner. Hein. Envie de stream, en même temps flemme, juste envie de chill. Si tu veux, moi, à la limite, après là, on s'arrête là pour cet épisode-là. Je vais juste faire mes trucs, je vais faire manger, si tu veux, on va aller sur Mario Kart. Après, tu sens combien, sérieux? J'aimerais bien voir son ulti par contre. Ah, il invoque un bouclier, ok. Il invoque un bouclier, il fait que des coups critiques en plus. Sur MK, je stream. Comme tu veux.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryou Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here.
Quoi, tu ne nous laisses pas leur expliquer la situation?
No, no way. All that would do is send them after our blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with him first, man to man.
Then what should we do? The Tenryou Commission's about to arrest you!
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryou butt!
Hey, boss. Thought you'd have all the fun without us?
Ah.
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Go! Hey, I told you to stay out of this one.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, there's no time.
Go! Do what you gotta do, boss!
All right then. Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll!
Oh, ça va faire un long épisode, mais au moins on finira cette quête en un
Don't
coup.
let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around.
Run for it, boss!
Ils savent pas se battre. Vous évadez finalement avec l'aide du gang attaqués.
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating.
En vrai, on va quand même s'arrêter là pour l'épisode parce que j'ai pas envie de faire non plus un épisode trop long. Donc écoutez, là, vu que la quête a l'air de se continuer, en fait la dernière quête est assez longue. En tout cas, on va s'arrêter là pour cette quête là. Et j'espère qu'en tout cas ça vous aura plu. Si c'est le cas, n'hésitez pas à liker, à partager, à commenter, à vous abonner. Et évidemment, on se retrouve dès demain pour la suite à la fin de la quête. D'avoir continué sans en parler. N'hésitez pas à nous rejoindre évidemment en stream directement grâce au lien en description pour aller sur Twitch. Et sur le serveur Discord évidemment, parce que là de toute façon tout à l'heure on va jouer dessus en stream aussi. Donc n'hésitez pas, en tout cas on se retrouve dès demain pour la suite de l'aventure. C'était à vous classer. Salut salut.